Last time we talked about Critical Role, we were talking about the death of Sir Bertrand Bell, aka my lord and savior, and while in the last video I was very, very distraught, this video, I come to you in a much more happy mood. Critical Role has been on the mind, Legend of Vox Machina is coming out, and Campaign 3 finally has a full cast, including Travis Willingham, with his new character, Chetney. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when Chetney came onto the screen, I didn't know what to think. What is Travis going to do with this reused character from a Christmas one-shot of all things, known best for stabbing Santa Claus? I mean, sure, it's really cool, but what's he gonna do with it? Well, initially I was happy to see him be hilarious, because Travis is hilarious, and I thought that was it. That's great, Chetney works awesome as comic relief. But then Travis, well, Tricky Man revealed an ace up his sleeve, and it lit the community on fire with hype. The cast was hyped, the chat was hyped, the forums were hyped, everyone was hyped, including myself. How did Travis make so many people, literally tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, care about this twist with his D&D character? I mean, it's hard enough for many people to make 5 people at their table care about a twist with their D&D character. So often, a twist is revealed and your players just go, "That's nice." So how did Travis get so many people invested? Now, besides the fact that people really like Critical Role and its characters, I think there are practical lessons you can take away with Travis's Chetney twist. Some good things that you can learn to make your own twist work in your D&D game, whether you're a DM or especially when you're a player. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, right out the gate, let's talk about what the twist is. Long story short, spoiler, Chetney, the little gnome woodcarver, is actually a werewolf.
Boy, I bet you think you're real scary. You think Gurge has a gift. Wait till you get a load of me. My shoulder pops out. My back cracks.
This was awesome and got so many people excited. Now, this is a common twist in Dungeons & Dragons, revealing that a character, whether an NPC or a player character, is actually some kind of supernatural creature is not rare. Revealing that somebody is a vampire, a werewolf, a dragon, a devil. These things, they happen. Sometimes DMs even reveal that NPCs are gods, which I just did a couple weeks ago. So why did this work, especially given that it's such a common twist? Why did so many people get hyped? Well, for a multitude of reasons, but let's start with reason number 1, arguably one of the most important. Now, there's no written proof that Matt and Travis talked about this, but given that his werewolf identity is baked into the Blood Hunter subclass, it's obvious to me that Matt and Travis did discuss this, and that is really, really important. You need to talk to your DM about your twists if you're a player. The DM has omnipotent power over this world, so they have an easier time seeding twists in a D&D campaign, whereas a player, not so much. A player can absolutely have foreshadowing and foreshadow twists that come later on down the line, but it's going to be much, much easier on you if you communicate with your DM. This is definitely something that I ask in Session 0. Do you have any surprises for the rest of the party? It's definitely something that I want players to at least think about. Not everyone needs to have a twist, but if you want a twist, then your DM should definitely be able to help you to foreshadow it and make it even better for the players. Maybe giving you prompts so that when you eventually reveal it, it's all the more impactful. Working with the DM is a big, big deal when you're developing a story for your player character, especially when you're developing twists. Travis and Matt communicating about this gave them opportunities for foreshadowing. I saw plenty of theories about Chetney being a werewolf before this was ever revealed. It did not come out of nowhere, it was properly foreshadowed. Matt gave Travis plenty of cool opportunities to reveal the identity, the moment he revealed it being one of them, I am sure, and I am also sure that Matt has plenty of cool roleplay moments for Werewolf Chetney down the line in the campaign. So yeah, talking to your DM is incredibly important and basically downright vital if you as a player want to see the twists in your D&D campaign. Alright, so yeah, giving it stakes. What do I mean by that? The first tip, we were basically just talking about making sure that the twist works in the first place and is seeded throughout the campaign with foreshadowing and such. But this tip is much more about making your fellow players, or just your players in general if you're a DM, care about the twist you're giving them. So, what do I mean by stakes? Well, I mean that it has to matter practically for the player characters. I'm going to give you 2 examples of 2 twists, and you'll probably notice the big difference between them. In one twist, a major NPC is revealed to be a green dragon. This is really bad because the green dragon has been manipulating core politics and is a very powerful being that can give the party a definite challenge in combat and wants to kill them. That is basically chasing the players up a tree. They definitely need to care about this twist. There's a green dragon in front of them. This is very dangerous. Oh no. The second twist is that a player reveals that her tragic backstory is actually a lie and that her family are still alive, despite what she told them about them all being killed by goblins years ago. Now, what's the big difference? The big difference is that in one of those twists, the party has an incentive to care. The second twist is really, really cool and one I did myself, but I made the same mistake. I didn't make the party truly care. The twist had no impact on them at all. I mean, yeah, it's really tragic that this girl ran away from home and has been lying about her family this whole time to prevent herself from confronting the realization that her parents and her have a much more complicated relationship than she presented and all that. Yeah, that's a cool story, but there's no reason why the players should care. There's no stakes, right? The green dragon has extreme stakes, life or death kind of stakes. The assassin twist, not so much. Now, you can absolutely change that assassin twist to have stakes. For example, the tragic backstory twist could instead be that the character's family is alive and are funding the BBEG, or the character's family is alive and they're keeping a powerful relic that the party need. That gives the party stakes to care about this twist. They don't need to be as extreme as life and death with a green dragon, but they need to be there. They need to be present. Chetney, the twist with Chetney, him being a werewolf, absolutely has immediate consequences for the party. First and foremost, it wasn't just revealed at any random moment. This was revealed in combat, and one of your party members having extreme combat capabilities, such as being a werewolf, is pretty major. I don't know the number crunching of a werewolf blood hunter, but I assume that it does something good. So yeah, there is an immediate bonus to the party. In combat, they have a werewolf on their side. Awesome. Just from a role-playing standpoint, that's super cool. I mean, who doesn't want to fight next to a crazy wolf man ripping up your enemies, especially when he's a gnome? I mean, that's terrifying. A werewolf jumping on your face and ripping up your face? Horrifying. Scary. Love it. The party have immediate reason to care. And on top of that, if you think about it further, I mean, how else can a werewolf in the party affect role-playing, character relationship? That kind of dynamic is interesting to think about and therefore makes the party care. Your stakes don't need to be extreme, but they need to be there. Okay, so this title card's in all caps. Why is that? What does all in mean? Go all in with what? Well, be theatrical about it. Go crazy. Make your party care by caring yourself. Will and myself from D&D Shorts talked about this, but a great way to make your party care about something is just to go all in. I don't know if you remember from the clip I showed earlier of the twist, but Travis absolutely goes all in with this Chetney twist. I mean, he's howling, he's roaring, he puts his voice deeper, he has an epic quote and everything. I mean, it's great. This is an iconic, memorable moment that the party and the community and the audience are going to remember. It's epic. It's awesome. Travis went all in. Now, I'm aware that not everyone's a professional voice actor, but that doesn't mean you can't become invested in your character. I mean, if you're a DM and you're seeding an epic twist with a dragon, prepare some epic music to go along with it. Prepare some sound effects if you're not a voice actor. I just did that recently. A dragon descended upon my level 7 party, and for them, it was terrifying. But it would have been so lame if I just said, a dragon descends down from the rooftops. Instead, I had epic copyrighted music that I can't play in this video, and it was amazing. It felt really great, and the party had a lot more investment in it because clearly, I cared. I was having a good time describing their imminent downfall at the hands of this massive adult dragon. I mean, I wasn't taking that much pleasure in it, I'm not evil, but I mean, I was having a good time. And that is super important. As Will from D&D Short said, when you go all in, it just makes the game so much more fun. You don't need to be a voice actor, but do what you can to show the fellow players at your table that you care, that this is something that you love. I mean, Travis loves werewolves. It's been a whole thing throughout the entire run of Critical Role that Travis loves werewolves. And he clearly cares about this moment. He was clearly having fun. He was having a good time, and therefore, his fellow party members were having a good time. It infected the rest of the community as well. I mean, just look at the response to this. This clip of him revealing the werewolf twist already has tens of thousands of views. People cared. But if Travis revealed this in a monotone voice, no howl, no growl, no music, no nothing, no care, then no one else would care either. The first step to making people be invested in the twist with your character is to care yourself, to be invested in your own way. Whether you voice act, have sound effects, music, whatever, in whatever way you can, get invested, and trust me, your fellow players, they'll be more likely to care as well. Alright, that is all I've got for you. I hope that this video helped you guys to create better twists in your own D&D campaigns. Revealing a twist is one of my favorite things in Dungeons & Dragons. I've got some crazy ones lined up for my players, and I can't wait to reveal them. And the tips in this video, I'm sure, are going to help me do that in the future of my campaign, and I hope they can help you as well. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Tabletop Tavern Tips, then please do leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, then please do subscribe to Crispy's Tavern. I've got more Critical Role content on the way, a review of Legend of Vox Machina, a show that I am so excited for, which may or may not feature another D&D YouTuber. We'll see how that pans out. And finally, if you want to leave your own tips or thoughts, go down to the comments down below. If you can't think of a comment, leave the comment werewolf with an exclamation mark to let me know you made it to the end of a video. In essence, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you all next time. Farewell.